He could make a sword out of a transfigured human. But guess what? He's not immediately cooking Yuji right now. After a little yapping, Yuji starts walking towards Mahito. Mahito starts walking towards Yuji. Yuji's locked in, you could tell. Mahito looks like a child predator. Mahito tries punching him, but he disappears and then kicks the goofy out of him in the face. Yes, sir. Mahito starts throwing straight nonsense at bro, but it's Yuji, so it's not doing nothing to him. He's dodging them all. Yuji closes in a little and tries to hit Mahito with his foot, but Mahito catches it, then punches him in the face, but it's okay though. The way Mahito fights is so weird. One minute he's a person, next minute he has like 5 spikes on him. How do you even fight that? Not gonna lie. This is why I could never be in the JJK verse. You're gonna have to put me in like Naruto or something. In Naruto, if I'm fighting a person, it's always gonna look like a person. In Jujutsu,
and I'll have you know, I find the scene really funny. Cause bro was just taking a nap on the train until this goober decides to put his drink on his forehead. Like, why? Anywho, bro woke up and chose violence. Cause number 2 over here is the most aggressive background character I've ever seen. All the director said was show a little anger, and this man was like, bro, relax. You're gonna pop a blood vessel. Anywho, bro got kicked when he tried to attack him. And everybody else decided they want to fight Andrew too. So the other guy gets kicked in the head for his trouble. And he sent the big guy tumbling on his ass. And this dude over here, I guess he missed the black people convention where we all agreed to, you know, mind our own business. Cause this nigga decided to pick up a skateboard. And Andrew Garfield just proceeded to accidentally beat the daylights out of everybody on that train, smacking everybody with the pole. This has to be the most hilarious reverse jumping ever, because it was all on accident, bro. Mans was apologizing the entire time. And he electrocutes the first 2 and then quickly combos the other 3. And when another one tried to shoot him, he proceeds to block the 2 bullets with a chopstick and then goes bowling with the guy. Mans really grabbed him with one hand and tossed him. Right afterwards, he dismantles the dude's gun and punched this man so hard that he left with a whole lot less teeth in his mouth. And then bro backhands another one to the new year and pulls out 2 knives, chopped their guns, and took out both the leader and a random other dude. Like, bro, I don't want to hear anybody say that he's a normal human. So Buddha pulls up while Wukong is fighting like 36 thunder deities, and he's like, hey yo, Wukong, bro, what's going on? And Wukong being in his head, he's like, you know what? Forget being the great sage equal to heaven. I feel like overthrowing the Jade Emperor. And Buddha's like, yeah, great. Want to make a bet? And Wukong's like, bet? I love gambling. Let's go. And Buddha's like, if you can jump out of the palm of my hands, you can become the Jade Emperor. And Wukong's like, that's it? Bro stands on Buddha's palm and does a huge backflip to the edge of the universe. When he gets there, he sees 5 pillars. And bro's like, I'm about to make a great emperor when I get back. But before he leaves, he pees on one of the pillars because monkey and graffitis his name on it. He goes back and he's like, ha! I made it to the edge of the universe. Give me my new position. And Buddha's like, right. Look at my hand. I'm pretty sure you recognize the smell and yeah, the graffiti too. Bro was sitting there like, ain't no way, bro. These niggas playing with me, bro. Like, shit. The big dog will call me. They should be calling me the great sage equal to heaven. He's like, oh yeah, that's a great time. Bro, I am the great sage equal to heaven. Now the Jade Emperor hears about this. He's like, oh my goodness, bro. Somebody go get him. So they send the mighty spirit god to get him, and he gets his ass beat. And after that, they decided to send Neja after him. And let me tell you, bro, Neja is so cool. Like, he got these flaming wheels that he rides on, bro. There's like a whole movie. Anywho, Neja's like, yo, stop being a crybaby and come out. And Wukong's like, yo, go tell your boss I want to be called the great sage equal to heaven. By the way, this is Wukong's entire reason for crashing out the way he does. Like, Brody crashed out over a title. Neja's like, bump that, bro. We're gonna square up. Neja transforms into this 3-headed, 6-armed creature to fight Wukong. And Wukong was like, bet, and does the same thing. And they were pretty evenly matched until Wukong decides he wants to pull a Naruto. Bro makes a clone, tricks Neja, and then bonked him on the head. Now George is like, hey, yo, where you been? It's been like 16 years. My bad, gang. You know, I had to take time to myself to level up real quick. Why is there less of you guys here? So yeah, about that. While you were gone, this big old demon was just coming around kidnapping monkeys for slaves. Wukong was flabbergasted. And then he got angry. So he goes to the dude's crib and he's like, yo, word on the street is you've been kidnapping my monkeys to use as servants. Run me the fade. And of course, since Wukong just learned a whole bunch of new abilities, he beats the brakes off this dude and take all his monkeys back. And what's worse is, this wasn't even the last time that they got smoked like this. Because literally in the next movie, when Kai pulled up, he immediately cooks Mantis and then no-diffed Crane right after. And then this man, Kai, had one of the greatest pull-up moments. Bro walks up with his chain blades like he was Kratos. And look at Shifu, like he really think he about to do something. Kai was standing there disrespecting everybody, calling Tigress a kitten. Like, that has to be some sort of derogatory term. Like, a kitten? Yeah, bro. Call calling you a child to your face. Anywho, bro, they start jumping him and Kai was holding his own. Bro was putting his money where his big old mouth is. Until Tigress put him on his knees. Bro got mad and made Crane take care of Tigress. Guts' response to Eggman was this.
So there are still 50 of you left standing. At this rate, it'll be dawn before I can crack open all of your skulls.
I beg your pardon?
Instead of realizing that he already lost 50 of his dudes to one guy, bro tells them to continue attacking. And even though they got some hits in, Guts was killing them with a single swing of his sword. And just like Guts had said earlier to General Eggman, he had killed every single one of them by the morning. Anywho, we all know Ip Man as somebody who is pretty chill. He doesn't like conflict. So when he pulls up to this dojo and says he wants all the smoke, that is a very telling sign that this man is on demon time. Bro said, bring me 10 sacrifices. Them boys were shook like, is this man serious? They bring him 10 black belts and this man proceeds to hand out the 2-piece like he was KFC. Drops this man, steps on his face disrespectfully and proceeds to smack the others around. Catches this dude and give him a nice 7 punches and then broke his arm. Breaks another dude's leg and this guy got it the worst. Like how many times did he just punch this dude? Like bruh.
What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Dead ass! What did he do? What's worse is, this isn't even a case of everybody attacking one by one and a jumping. They are legit trying to jump this man, but they are getting comboed to all hell. Like, this is exactly what it is like when a quiet person finally loses. Bro legit had zero reason to run the fade. Not just with the entire court of heaven and Lord knows how many deities, but Buddy even tried to throw hands with Buddha himself. But he's like, oh man, I finally managed to increase my lifespan. The monk was like, great, but quick disclaimer, the court of heaven doesn't agree with this teaching, so they're gonna try to kill you once every 500 years. Wukong was like, you what? First of all, you're supposed to give the disclaimer before I even agreed to this. The monk was like, relax, relax. I'm gonna teach you how to avoid it. In the first 500 years, they're gonna strike you with lightning. But one day as he was sleeping, 2 emissaries of King Yama, the guy who rules the underworld, comes and takes his soul. And he woke up and beat the brakes out of both of them, killing them. And he rampaged his way up to the 10 Kings to launch a complaint. He pulls up and is like, hey, yo, this is an injustice. I'm supposed to be immortal and somehow I was kidnapped out of my sleep and brought to the underworld. Somebody gotta pay. And the 10 Kings were like, yo, relax, it was probably just a mistake. Mistake? Yeah, bro, you probably were supposed to die today and it's in the Ledgers of Death, so it's not their fault. Who's at fault? They're like, look, just go and check the Ledgers of Death if your name is still in there. So Wukong goes and checks for his name, finds it in the Ledger of Death, erases it, along with a bunch of other monkeys he knows, including George. But then he was like, damn, bro, this is great, but the fit ain't fitting. I got this cool-ass staff, but some FUBUs on my feet. And this is where the crash out begins. Cause bro was like, hey, yo, Dragon King, you got a fit for me that could go with this? With like some black forces or anything? And the Dragon King was like, before you answer that, I might just have to test the potency of this staff on your head. I'ma just convene with my brothers and we'll see if we can get you something.